I've really got to look the part for my first trophy. It's got to happen. I can't go in there looking like a scruff or a state. I've got to look on point. I mean, the shirts I wear, quite frankly, put me as a fashion icon, but I've got to go that step above for this occasion. Or better yet, really represent the club in a good light. I mean, it's in German. I can't quite understand it, but there's some cracking merchandise here I've got to have, haven't I? I've got to buy something to show that I'm really loyal to the club. Planning ahead. It's always better to be, over-prepared than under-prepared. But mark my words, the suit will be out next episode. The league is done. The league is done, and the suit deserves to be worn, and it will be worn for the first trophy of many in this save. Run the intro. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 21 of the Viktoria Köln story. We are so close to the end of the year, 7 games remaining, and we are very, very close to securing the league. We are currently 6 points clear of second and 8 points clear of the playoff spot. We come into today's episode playing the last of our most difficult games in the entire year now against Hertha BSC 2. I'm not too sure what a record has been previously against them, but since you were last here in the previous episode where we played Bayern's reserve side and unfortunately lost 2-0, that did put a bummer on the motivation, or not even the motivation, on the confidence of our side. And since then, we have played 3 games, so not a massive chunk of games between you were last here and now against Magdeburg, Jena, and Karlsruhe. I'm sure someone will correct me on that. Apparently, I have a tendency to put letters in words that just don't exist. One of the main teams that apparently I get wrong is Grobbersbach, I see it as. Grobbersbach. What is it actually, or how is it actually said?
Grossesbach.
That is completely different to what I say, to be fair. So, I'll admit defeat on that one. Next one. Okay, this will be the final one. Karlsruhe. I see it as Karlsruhe. How is it actually said?
Karlsruhe.
There's probably a reason why I got an E in English, let's be honest. Promise you, next year, now that we're advancing through the leagues, I have to get these teams' names right. Next year, I'll be a different man. Every single team I will know how to pronounce. I'll do my research, I promise. We'll finger swear it, pinky swear. Everyone did this as a kid. We will pinky swear it. So, on 3. 3, 2, 1. It's a promise. It's a done deal now. It's a done deal. Non-negotiable. I don't understand how I get myself into these situations where I look like an idiot. I just don't understand. Oh, Jesus. Well, back onto the interesting stuff. The thing that everyone's come here to see. How have we got on since the last episode against Magdeburg, Jena and Karlsruhe? Got it right. Played 3 games, 2 wins, 1 loss, and the results that we've been having have really put us on a good pedestal to keep this momentum going. And going into the final few games of the year with only 7 games to go, we could win the league within the next 4 games. If results go our way, we could have 3 or 4 games left in the season when we win the league. And if that's the case, that will be fantastic, because it'll allow me to rest all my players and make sure we don't get any long-term injuries for people that I may want to sell in the future. But the first game that we played was against Magdeburg, a 4-2 4-2 win. Stephen Lorenz getting himself a hat-trick, and Michael Seaton getting himself on the score sheet as well. This sort of game you'd fully expect us to be winning, considering they're currently in the bottom half of the table, currently stuck in 13th, but at the time I do believe they were like 16th or 17th, so they were sort of near about that relegation zone. So you'd fully expect us to come out of that game with 3 points, and thankfully we did that. It did get a little bit nervy when they pulled one back. I was a little bit anxious that they could get a point against us when we had initially took the lead, but thankfully we held on and we went into the next game against Jena with full of confidence with a 3-0 win at home. Danny Motta getting himself 2 goals, and Stephen Lorenz also getting himself another goal, so that's 4-2 for Stephen. Really having a good run of form towards this end of year nail biting stuff. But Danny Motta putting us in the lead through a penalty, and then 65th minute putting us 2-0 up, and then Lorenz sealing the win 90 minutes from time. Now, I think, if I'm correct, was this the game that... It wasn't. I think it was the next game, which was a 1-0 loss away from home against Karlsruhe. Karlsruhe. Got it. Which was a 1-0 loss. Philip Hoffman giving them a lead through a penalty. It was very, very disappointing, and we did have to rotate our side a little bit here because Motta and Seaton were all on international duty, so I was without my best striker and best left winger, basically. So we were going into this game a little bit handicapped, and unfortunately we couldn't get across the line with at least a point. The penalty was very frustrating to lose. I believe this actually came through a corner after the initial chance had actually come to nothing for them. I think this was through a set piece, if I'm correct. Oh, well, I should probably do that properly, right? So this was the penalty that we're giving away. As I said, it was at a set piece, so I was correct. I'm not sure actually what happened. Me personally, Gamel giving the penalty away, my eyes, that's not a pen at all. VAR is terrible. VAR has got a conspiracy against me this year. I'm convinced. And if you've watched the previous episodes, you will know we have had some terrible decisions against us. But it hasn't affected us at all. Thankfully, we've been able to get moving, continue with the good progress we made, despite the officials clearly ganging up on Viktoria Köln this year. Terrible. Bloody terrible. But thankfully, going into this game against Hertha BSC 2, we do have a full strength side. Actually, we don't. Gemelt is actually out with an injury, so I've been proved wrong there. How long's he out for? 2 to 4 weeks. That is a bit of a problem. That does mean he is going to miss the rest of the year. And considering the form he's been on, this from a midfielder is insane stats, by the way. He's had an incredible year for us. So our best midfielder out for arguably, well, is our most difficult game coming into this end of year scheduling. Lang has continued his good form coming into this game as well, alongside Enrique. Obviously, Enrique's been having competition throughout the year from Fabian Holthaus, who is actually currently unhappy about his initial agreed playing time. But it's been nice to have 2 first-team left-backs that we can rely on that can do a good job. We haven't really had to call on Pellegrini just because of the form that Stefan's been on pretty much throughout majority of the year, so we haven't had to call on him. And thankfully, he hasn't been getting injured either, which was, I think we've been very, very lucky this year, considering the size of our squad, how fortunate we've been, especially with likes of Seaton, Lorenz, Carrera, and even Gamelt, although he is currently injured. He's been fit throughout the entire year pretty much, so we have been very lucky in terms of the fitness aspect, and that's really contributed to where we currently are in the league. If we get the league title, I said this before, if we get the league title wrapped up before the end of the year, we have a few games, I will rest the majority of my first team players. Currently the highest goals difference as well, so that's essentially an extra point for us. No one's really close to us apart from FC Bayern, but obviously they don't count towards promotion or playoffs. Now, the main question here is, who do we replace? Who do we put in for Gamelt, and I'm thinking that it's probably going to have to be, well, looking at it, we don't have anyone else. It is going to have to be Rissel as the box-to-box midfielder. Good work rate and stamina, so he does fit that mould pretty nicely, which is good to see. Now, fingers crossed we don't get any other injuries coming into the end of year, because I don't think I can deal with another injury to a first-team player, especially our centre-back areas, Emperor and Mingo. One of them goes out, we are in big, big trouble. But going into this game, can we do a team meeting before? I know we cannot. This is a massive, massive game. At home to 7th in the league. A win here. And the writing's on the wall. The writing is on the wall. That will put us 6 points clear. No, 10 points clear if Kaiserslautern win their game with 6 games to go. And I think anyone that has doubts about managerial ability will even say, for me, I can't screw that up. So we go into this game off the back of a loss, which is a little bit unfortunate. Our confidence from around perhaps isn't as high as what we'd like it to be. Now, they have a few regens in their side already. They have this Ayan Yildirim, who looks pretty damn good for 17 years old. I mean, he's way too good for this league. Blimey. Good. I was going to say he's got good determination, but he hasn't. Very, very good work rate, teamwork. Very, very good technique as well. If he progresses nicely, he could be brilliant in a few years' time. Then the centre-back, once again, absolutely incredible centre-back for this level. Only 17. Hertha have got some pretty good players up and coming in their youth system. We haven't actually had youth intake day yet either. So that is going to be something that we will be able to see next episode to see what sort of regens we get. Fingers crossed we get someone pretty decent. That would be quite nice to see. Right, team talk done. We've managed to motivate the players. Will it end with a win? Oh, just please. I can't afford to lose another game because then it's just going to be really scary and nerve-wracking and anxious going into the final few games. I can't deal with that. Okay, 50 minutes into the game. No chances to speak of as of yet. There's only been 1 shot in the entire game so far. So this, and now 2, thankfully, we managed to get a shot ourselves. And there is a chance here. Rissel in the game instead of Gemelt. To right-hand side, Lang, is he going to get an assist after all the praise we've been giving him? He passed it to, not yet, we're not doing it yet, Eric Moran, Fofana. Eric Moran, just don't lose it here. We can't afford to let them counter. It's a great ball to Paulo Enrique. Left-hand side, fullbacks galore. Ball in. Andrade with the chance. It's a poor finish there from Andrade, but it's nice to see us creating chances. They haven't actually had a single chance yet, and they are struggling for fitness a little bit, especially Ayan and Jastrzemski on the left-hand side for them. And going into half-time, it's not been an interesting game so far. I wouldn't be necessarily disappointed with a draw, but I would love to get a win. Just a win here, and it's sealed, I say. I think it's sealed. Ulrich Moran's currently having a good game. Average rating, we're dominating on average rating. Possession and shots are pretty even. Going into the second half, could this just be a boring game? Is it going to be one of them where from start to finish you have 1 or 2 chances and nothing else? We are fitter than them, so that is perhaps something we need to take advantage of a little bit. So perhaps I think we ask our boys to be a little bit more aggressive in their intensity. Well, they are actually doing that. We are going to press them up a little bit, perhaps put a bit of pressure on them. That fitness might be their downfall if this goes well. We are going to make a few subs very, very soon to try and freshen things up for our side, and nothing is happening. This is a very boring game. I think there's not really anyone here that I can change that's going to make an immediate impact. I mean, Mingo's having a poor game, so we're going to bring on Hajrovic for Mingo. He's lacking match sharpness, and I think Schroeder, I think this is his time. Hasn't actually scored in a long time, but that 12 finishing, 12 composure, and 11 technique. If he has a chance, it's bagged. He's the Luis Suarez of 3rd Division of Germany, and 15 minutes to go. There's got to be a chance in this game, and it's got to fall towards. I'm going to say if anyone scores now, the game is probably done, and it might be for us. Paulo Enrique, Schroeder! He's offside. He's bloody offside. Are you kidding me? I can't believe it. I legit celebrated as well. I can't believe it. How is that offside? I didn't even see the line. But, oh, that was the chance. Don't do this. Please, game. Just do anything but that. Just give me a draw. Give me a win. Give me a... Oh, God, give me a draw. Give me a draw. We're fitter than them. They can't run better than us. Apong, Kovic on their right-hand side is going to be... I mean, they're playing it around well here. It's a bit of an issue. Albrecht, Dirkner, what a name. Darde. They're playing around very well. It's not really coming... It's a great ball, but it's good defending from Lang. Lovely stuff. Vase, is this going to be a chance for us after all the panic we were having during that chance? Is this going to be one for us? And it's a lump forward, and it's a poor header. Is this a chance? Please. I mean, there's only one thing for it. There's only one thing for it. I'm sorry. You morons! What are you doing? Oh, you idiots! You idiots! Oh, that's... Oh, I mean, that's unfortunate. That is very unfortunate for the goalkeeper. Oh, I mean, what could be said in that situation apart from losers? I mean, I do feel sorry for the keeper a little bit because, you know, that is pretty terrible. If we would have missed that, that is a typical FIFA thing to do. And if Andre had somehow missed that into the non-existent fans that are currently in the stadium, blimey, I probably would have quit FM for the rest of my life. So that could be a good or a bad thing for people watching. They might have wanted him to miss it. But for me personally, I'm absolutely delighted. As you can imagine, with 4 minutes to go, come on! That is terrible. That is bloody terrible. I mean, lower division of football. Right. Bombay doors are shut time, I think. Bombay bloody doors. Be more disciplined. Just do everything. Play for set pieces, yeah. Drop our defensive line, absolutely fine. Hold house on for Enrique. Game's done. Game is done. Let's just chill. Martini, anyone? Anyone want a martini? That's fine. Easy. Bloody easy. Oh, what would you know? As if that was the only chance we had. As if that was the only good chance we had. And it was their keeper being a moron. I mean, I'll take it. I'll bloody take it. 1-0 win against Hertha BSC. I can only apologise. It was a very boring game. But that is 3 points in the bag. And that has put us 11 points clear with 6 games to go. Obviously, results need to go our way for Kaiserslautern and Karlsruhe to get near us. But it's... I can't believe this is actually going to happen. The suit is going to be out next episode, boys, and we need to find out what game it's going to be. Actually, I know what I'm going to do. The moment we can clinch the title is when we will be back. So I'm not going to tell you what game. Chances are I feel like it's going to be the Duisburg game. I mean, what we'll do, actually... For the next 2 episodes, we'll play 2 games each. 2 games each episode. I'm giving you a treat. Call it an early Christmas treat. You know, you're unwrapping it and all sorts. Oh. So the next episode will be Duisburg and SV Werder second team. And then the next episode after that, if we haven't won the league, will be Braunschweig and Chemie Leipzig. Will it happen? Let me know what you think. I think it will. But that is going to bring us to the end of the episode. Obviously, thank you so much for watching. Very much appreciated as always. I hope everyone's staying safe, you know, having fun, all sorts. Playing lots of FM. Make sure you're playing lots of FM. But once again, thank you so much for the amazing, amazing people you are for watching, commenting, everything like that. Absolutely incredible. But I will see you in the next episode. Thank you and goodbye.